Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Don't face that court alone. Let the Wise Man team get you back on the road. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call the Wise Man team at Wise Man Lawyers.
Right, today I'm at Beaudesert Magistrates Court. Client was charged with repeat disqualified driving. This was their 11th disqualified driving offence, so on 10 previous occasions the court have banned him from driving, and on 10 previous occasions during that court order disqualification he'd driven. As I said, this was his 11th offence. To put it in perspective, people, they'll get away with it once. They'll get the minimum 2-year disqualification for their first offence of driving during a court order disqualification. They might get away with it a second time, but people start getting suspended jail terms on their third offence, immediate parole on their fourth, but people start getting sent to jail on their fifth and subsequent offences of disqualified driving. That had happened previously to my client. On 2 occasions prior, he served a bit over a year for disqualified driving, repeat. There was other offences combined with it. On the last occasion, he got immediate parole, meaning he was sentenced to imprisonment, but the day of court was his first release date on parole, and he reported to the parole board for several months. But when you get to the 10 mark and beyond, it's almost impossible to avoid imprisonment. So, like a lot of lawyers would have just thrown their hands in the air, held his hand and let him get smashed. But obviously that's not my style and not what I'm here for. So anyway, I went in hard. I drafted written submissions of the case law in the days leading up to the court date, covering a number of cases. I won't get on now, but there was about 4 or 5 cases in my submissions where persons had offended not entirely the same, but in my view similarly, and received either terms of imprisonment that were served in the community by way of immediate parole, intensive correction order. Going back, immediate parole means, as I said, you've gone to jail, but today's your first release date and you've got to report a parole. Intensive correction order is similar to parole. I'm not going to go into details now, but it's just another form of parole, but an intensive correction order is a bit more regimented. It's almost like a blend of being in the army and having parole. It's a bit more full on, but you don't go to actual jail. Anyway, I drafted written submissions of case law with circumstances of persons who have received those types of penalties, as well as those who'd actually gone to jail but were given imprisonment terms towards the lower end of what I was after if the magistrate refused to let him out on parole or an intensive correction order. I spoke at length on my feet. I met the client this morning, ran through the submissions, the procedure, etc. There were some courses I got him to do, got him to get some references, and I got him to get correspondence from his mental health providers. As I said, I made those submissions, relied heavily on my written submissions that I'd provided the court earlier. Spoke at length. The police were after actual imprisonment. They wanted a head sentence of 15 months for him to serve 5 months, meaning they wanted him to actually sit in jail for 5 months and then be released on parole after that for the remainder. The short version is I was successful in persuading the magistrate not to send my client to jail. He was given a 12-month intensive correction order and a 3-year disqualification. The mandatory minimum is 2 years for a first offence. I didn't even resist the 3-year disqualification. That said, he can apply after he served 2 years to get it back early. But again, high risk of jail. I've kept him out. Intensive correction order. He reports to parole for the next 12 months and basically does everything they want him to do. He's, needless to say, very relieved given he's not going to jail. I'm Andrew Wiseman. Thanks for watching. Hi, I'm Andrew Wiseman from Wiseman Lawyers, Queensland's only truly dedicated drug, alcohol and traffic offence law firm. If you face loss of licence, loss of vehicle, imprisonment or anything in between at any court in Queensland, we can and will help you today. This is our specialty. This is all we do. Give us a call, 1300 947 352. I look forward to helping you resolve your issue today.
Don't face that court alone. Let the Wise Man team get you back on the road. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing.